Hey everybody. Like I always say, it's been a while. Um, just want to update people on what's going on. I know by the tone of my voice it sounds pretty bad. Don't want to say that. It's just a bit stressful, I guess, but nothing too bad. Um, First of all, I appreciate the compliments on the Zelda MS DOS music that I did. Um, I actually did that back in like what 2014 or something. It's been a long time. It wasn't until now that I uploaded it. I think I did like an FM version of the dungeon theme before, but that was through a different piece of software on a different sound chip. So finally, you guys get to hear the whole thing note for note. I'll be doing more of those. I had to make some like tweaks to some of the MIDI files, and of course the sequencer I use doesn't work on Windows 10. Or at least 64-bit, which is what I've got. It worked on my Windows 7 64-bit system, that I had before, but or maybe was that? No, I think. Wow. No, no, no. I think that was 60. I think that was 32-bit. Now we're talking about bits. 64 bits, 32 bits, 16 bit. I'm not going to do the whole AVGN spiel, but um, so basically, because I went to 64-bit so I could use Sibelius, which is a music scoring or a sheet music program. I do all my like bass transcriptions and stuff on there. So anyway, yeah, I sequence those on that program, but I've had to use a virtual machine, and the program kind of runs like crap in there. So, but unfortunately, that's literally the only way I can use it. Maybe someone could help me get a like a like a better virtual machine setup. I use Oracle VM, and I use my copy of Windows 7 on there, but it just like lags and everything, and then if you leave it on long enough, the whole thing will just freeze up, and then or even if you leave it on long enough, it'll just like the sound will stop working. Like it's so glitchy. I don't know what the hell's wrong with it, but it pisses me off a little. So that's what's going on there. Um, I went to a concert a while back, a few weeks ago, on Labor Day. Was it Labor Day? I think so. And I went to a concert. It was the Turtles Happy Together tour. And as you guys know, as the total Archie head that I am, is that a word? Well, we'll make it a word. Attitude Dictionary. It is now. Um, Ron Dante was playing with the Turtles, but I didn't even read the banner for the tour. And it was funny because it was the last show of the tour that they were doing. It just happened to be where in my state. But I went to this concert, and I didn't realize how many bands were playing. But there were all these bands from like the '50s and stuff, like the Association, the Cowsills. Uh, Gosh, I can't even remember all of them. I really can't remember all of them. But of course, the headliner, the main act was the Turtles with Ron Dante. Because Ron Dante replaced Howard Kalen from the Turtles due to health issues, and I'm actually glad I went to the show because it might be the last one of the last shows Mark Volman does, the other half of the Turtles, basically, because he was diagnosed with, I think it was dementia or Alzheimer's. So he seemed okay. I think there were a couple times he seemed a little lost, but funny enough, he was the only one that didn't sing a incorrect lyric, or Ron Dante messed up on one song, which is funny. But Ron Dante is the singer of the Archies. So if you're like, what does Ron Dante have to do with the Archies? And I also got some autographed merchandise, and I don't have it all with me, but I'll show you a couple things that I did buy there. Um, I got this drum head for the Turtles signed by Mark Volman, and this autographed merchandise was pretty cheap, like $10 to $20. But I was like one of the first people in line. So then I got this autographed photo from Ron Dante. He also there's also a couple other CDs I have that he signed. I don't know if I have the excuse me. I don't know if I have those behind me or not. Probably not though. I don't remember where I put them. Probably somewhere like really safe where they're not going to get damaged. But anyways, so I got his because I already owned it, but he had a copy of Ron Dante's Funhouse, so I bought that, and then he had an absolutely best of the Archies. I bought that as well, and again, those were autographed, and a Cowsills one that was autographed. My dad bought the LP for for the Cowsills that was autographed. It was really cool though. And then I got a T-shirt, which I should be wearing. I'm actually wearing my Mirage shirt. Rest in peace to the greatest freaking casino on the strip. Um, but what are you gonna do? Um, Normally I go to Vegas like once a year. This year, due to circumstances with my job and stuff, that's probably not going to be possible. Um, Now I don't like getting too personal about my work life here on my channel. But if you're on my Facebook page, you pretty much know all about what's happening. Um, but since my profile picture says it, you know, I might as well say the workplace I'm at is on strike. And the good news is I found another job in the meantime, and I will be I actually go in for an interview tomorrow or in the morning. So if you're the praying kind, please pray for me. Um, what else? I got an LP, but I don't have it on me. So and I got a Japanese CD too, and that's somewhere else. I'll just show you the songbook I got. And this album has quickly become one of my favorites ever. And this is Rupert Holmes' Partners in Crime, also known as the Pina Colada Guy, because he does that song. I feel like pina coladas getting caught in the rain. I first heard that song in Shrek, and then I actually heard him talking about the song, and I was really mesmerized with how he did it. Now there is something music related that I want to talk to you guys about first, but let me show you the other thing. On his website, you can actually order a his songbook and have it signed by him with a personal message. So that was pretty cool. So he not only wrote what I asked him to write, because I got a lot of crap in school because my last name sounded like Pina Colada, so I had him write that because I couldn't think of anything better. And he actually wrote here, with respect and friendship for a highly musical person, which, and then of course he wrote his name. That was really cool of him. I don't think he'll ever see this video, but Rupert Holmes, thank you. He's such a musical influence on me. That's not even my favorite track on the album. That album, there's so many good ones, but I love Partners in Crime, the title track. Um, I love there's one called Get Out of Yourself, which really gives me Steely Dan vibes. And possibly my favorite one on the album is called Lunch Hour, because it reminds me of Supertramp's Breakfast in America album. Like, it's like the same kind of style. Both albums were released in 1979, so that's probably not, I mean, it's probably just coincidental. But I'm glad he wrote a song like that. It's pretty good music. Um, Oh, and another album I got. Crap, I don't have it here. Well, can I pull it down? I really don't want to. But screw it. I will. I'll do it. I'll do it. I gotta show you guys because this is one of the greatest albums ever made as well. This is the Cufflink self-titled album. Now this is an interesting album. So I think I showed you guys their album Tracy before, which Ron Dante sang on. That's how I was exposed to the Cufflinks in general. Now those people you just saw on that album, none of them had anything to do with the music. They were actually just actors, unnamed actors, meant to portray the band. When in reality, it was the Cufflinks were like a group of musicians. There were these two songwriters, Paul Vance and Lee Pockris. I didn't know they did Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini, but that was one of their songs. They've done so many of these songs. And I guess they're known for one song on this album too, called Jennifer Tompkins. But anyways, so the interesting thing though is those the musicians were a bunch of unnamed session players. I never thought there'd be an album where musicians were uncredited until I got into the bubblegum scene, where that happens 9 times out of 10, where the musicians aren't credited because they're usually just session musicians. So kind of like the Archies or the Banana Splits or the Chattanooga Cats. Um, but that's how I got into Rupert Holmes, because he did string arrangements, and I think he even did some vocals on that album. If not for all the songs, he did most of them or some of them. Or as far as I know, he was involved with the vocals, although he doesn't actually get an explicit vocal credit, just for string arrangement stuff. And that's how I got into his music. I was like, wait, this is the Pina Colada guy? Oh my gosh! So that's how I got into that album. It's a great album, but Tracy's my favorite. Not just because Ron Dante sings on that, but I always thought the compositions on that one were better. The shitty thing about this album, though, is unlike Tracy, it was never released on CD. There is an 8-track version, which I'll probably just buy for the hell of it. But there was no cassette tape release or anything, so I actually ripped the vinyl to MP3. I use a Crossley, though. Let me turn the camera around so you can see it. I bought this like one of my last weeks of my first job, because we had one and I got like a small discount on it, if you call it 10% a discount. So anyways, I recently found out though that those record players aren't very good. I mean, the quality is acceptable on them, but I've heard that their needles can actually damage your records because of the material used. So I'm actually trying to save up to buy a Audio Technica one. I can't remember the exact model, but it's about $1,000. But from what I read, it's got really great reviews and it's worth the price. Because I've been ripping my vinyls, even the ones I do have on CD. I like ripping them to MP3, and then putting them on my phone. Because sometimes I just like hearing the quality, or sometimes you'll hear certain things that you won't hear on the others, on the CD version. So that's pretty cool. So I'm working on that. Now, speaking of bubblegum music, there's a group that I recently got into as well, called the Brady Kids. I just got this in the mail today, it's 12, so I'll say yesterday. And so I've been watching this one. Now, I got into this one by complete accident. I happened across a YouTube video where they were showing that the animation of these guys performing was taken from the Archie show, so of course I had to check it out. It was the same animation studio, Filmation, so that's not surprising. They were a lot of animation studios, even Disney back in the day, would copy over animations and reuse them. So far, I'm digging it. It's a very bizarre cartoon, though. It's some of the episodes are up on YouTube, others aren't. But at least unlike the Archie show, though, apparently this is all of the episodes. And this only cost me like $12-15, and there's 3 discs, so it's pretty cool. And I like I'm not afraid to admit that I like these kinds of shows. You know why? Because they're not like today's shows. They're not woke. They're not trying to push any kind of weird gendered ideologies. And whether you support that stuff or not, I just don't think that should be part of a cartoon show. Something like this that just has a bunch of like kids going on some zany adventures, no woke messages, maybe some lessons to be learned, like general lessons like sharing or being kind to another person, but can we stop with this woke crap? Like I'm tired of it, and a lot of other people are too. So that's why I stick with these older cartoons too, because they're just I don't have to worry about watching it and then having someone come out as like a Shezoid or something. I don't know, but I also saw. I wanted to mention this movie too. I want to mention that I saw the Japanese dub of Zoolander, which I thought was funny. And I've heard of this movie, but I only watched it because I had a coworker before we went on strike, and he unfortunately fell ill, and he hadn't been back since. But he used to laugh because there was a part of Zoolander that he saw where Owen Wilson's like, "Excuse me, brah," and then Ben Stiller's like, "You're excused," and I'm not sure, brah. So I had to watch this in Japanese, and he's like, "Whoa, you actually bought a Japanese copy?" I'm like, "Yes, I did." So it was an okay movie. Probably not something I'm gonna watch again, but it was okay, I guess. It was funny sometimes. But anyways, okay, the big reveal here. Well, I got a couple, but one of them I need to wait for. But I recorded a song back in August, and It will be coming out in the next few days. I don't know exactly when. I just got it I got the song mastered. Um, but I have my first high quality studio single coming out in a few days. Because every other song I've done in my solo career, you can find it on various streaming platforms, Spotify and what have you, Amazon Music, all that. I actually say Amazon Music. I prefer that one because you can actually download the MP3s. You don't just stream it. But anyways, but all those songs were recorded in my room, and I'm gonna keep doing songs like that because I can't afford to keep going to the studio. I'm actually gonna do a video though about how the recording process, because it was two 10-hour sessions. Although the second day I left a couple hours early, I finished early. So, because you'd think 20 hours for like a 3-minute song, you gotta be serious, or you can't be serious. Well, there's a lot, and I mean a lot of stuff that goes into recording. But what I can share with you guys is my other group that I'm in, 31 Nights. We released 2 songs recently. The most recent of which is called California. And I'll put a link in the description on Spotify. Or you can, if you want to ask me for like an Amazon link or something, I'll upload that as well. But we recorded that one. Again, took us 2 days. For that one, it took us 2 days to record 2 songs. We had to come back a third day later on to finish the mixing. You'd think a 20 hours total of recording would be plenty of time to record everything that you need to, but you'd be surprised how much goes into the process. So when I do my video for Nice Blue Eyes, that's going to be the name of the song that I'm releasing. I'm going to talk about the composition, a little bit about the lyrics, and then I'm also going to talk about the recording process, because I don't think many people realize what that's like. And it's not bad. I love going to the studio. I tell people I know I sound crazy for saying this, but I'd rather be in the recording studio than to be in Disneyland. So I knew a really good producer, and it turns out the guy who mastered my song, which again I'll talk about these cats in my video about the song. This guy's like master stuff for like Black Eyed Peas and Stephen Curtis Chapman and Maroon 5 and Lamb of God and everything. So it's like I knew Jason knew some cool guys. I didn't look this guy up because I didn't know his name before, and it's like, oh my god, like this guy's like got some serious credits to his name, and he mastered my song, my own like comments. Oh my god, like. But anyways, I'll talk about that when the song's released, and I will let you guys know when that song's released. And I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys enjoy California, because that one we all poured our heart and soul into. It was a really fun song to do. And Aces is the other song I did with 31 Nights. That's also up on Spotify and streaming services. And that one was great. That one was really special to me. And maybe I'll do a video about these songs later if people show interest. Maybe I'll poll people about it. But that was the first song I ever sang lead vocals on, including my own solo work. So it's a really special song to me. So with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Just wish me luck in that job interview in the morning, and we'll see what happens from there. And oh yeah, I forgot to show you guys this too, because I wanted to get. I'm not a big comic guy, but I had to get the Archie comic from when they were in the band. Because at the stores, like when I happen to see at the like secondhand bookstores, I'll sometimes see the Archie comics, but they don't have any of the old ones like this. So it's pretty cool. And this one only cost about $20. So I've read some of it. It's pretty funny stuff. Again, don't have to worry about any woke ideologies or anything, so that's great. But okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. And I don't know, did I have a beard the last time I did a video? Maybe not. It's growing. I'm having it grow back. And if you don't like it, I don't care. Okay. Peace out. God bless each and every one of you. And I'll see you later. God bless. Peace out.